I don't know if that's probably too much. That was too much. That was too much. Okay, that was fucking hot. All right, next one, habanero onion reaper. Oh fuck! I just realized. So that one had a 3 point. The last one had a 3.5 out of 5. This one has a 5 out of 5. I'm gonna save that for the last one. Fucking 4 out of 5. And then, okay, habanero geisha coffee passion fruit in a collaboration with Cafe Yunda. This is this one. That's bomb. Little coffee. I had a little coffee in there. I had a little passion fruit. That's good. What do we got? 003 pineapple garlic reaper. This is a 4 out of a 5 hotness scale. I'm just gonna dip a little bit. Daddy's gonna need that. Daddy's gonna need that.
That was fucking hot. Wow.
Okay, last one. This is the 5 out of 5 habanero onion reapers. Oh, it's let me just read this for you. Looking to dance with the devil? This one's for you. Our hot sauce for those who are seeking the most fire is made from especially blend peppers that also bring unparalleled flavor. I don't know, that doesn't make any sense to me. No one's looking for that. All right, not bad. I don't even understand how that's on. Why does that on the menu? I don't even understand how that's on. Why does that on the menu? That's it. That's our taste test. I don't even understand how that's on. Why does that on the menu? Understand how that's on. Why does that on the menu? That's it. That's our taste test. I don't even understand how that's on. Why does that on the menu? I don't even understand how that's
okay, just got back to LA. Wow, missed the flight, almost missed two. That tunnel is traffic during traffic time. Anyways, that's how we like to do New York. Kids have fun, just kind of walk around, enjoy the sights, the parks. We did one of my favorite restaurants that we couldn't post. Okay, just got back to LA. Banks is like a restaurant, it's like a boat. Missed the flight, almost missed two, but other than that tunnel. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, the hot sauce thing was insane. Anyways, that's how we like to use New York for you guys this week. Kids have fun, just horse around, enjoy the sights. Jim Jones of Happy did one of my favorite restaurants that we couldn't back to LA. such a good time. I missed the flight almost.
That's it.
But other than that tunnel. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, the hot sauce thing was insane. Anyways, that's how we like to do New York for you guys this week.
Welcome to the future. Let's go, let's get it.
Welcome everybody to LD's Pick of the Week, episode 7. We're running with this thing. We got a great show today. A lot of stuff to talk about. Fun week. If you didn't see it, last week on episode 6, we went to New York. We took the family to the city. We started in New Jersey and then we went to the city and did it like we do it. I absolutely fucking love New York. It is one of my favorite cities ever. Used to travel there a bunch for skating, but now it's cool because when I used to travel, you didn't really get to do as much. I mean, you get to do stuff, but it's more like you're just following the train, and to be able to experience it with your family and go to all the food spots and our little girls get to experience it for the first time. That was super fun. So if you haven't checked it out, check that episode out. We do not all of them because there's a million, but we eat a lot of good food and go a lot of cool places, so check that out. This episode's kind of fun. We got some new stuff cooking, got some different things we're trying out. Allison is in the building.
Good evening.
She's got a voice now. It's not like we talk enough at home. We're gonna start talking on the show more, so yeah, so we'll try that. Gives me someone to talk to. I'm talking to you, but then I can have someone to talk to as well. I want to get into something that means a lot to me, and I haven't talked about it yet, but basically, I own a golf company. My wife and I own a golf company. Actually, us and a few friends of ours, Jerron Wilson being one of them. Golf for me, and maybe you're like I used to not like golf at all. I try to tell people about golf. I try to tell my skater friends about golf. Either you are not into it at all or you're trying it, which a lot of pro skateboarders are getting into it. And I want to make something clear. I'm telling you this not because I like golf and I want people to golf because golf is cool. I'm telling you this as coming from a skateboarder, finding something that literally to me is like the same thing as skateboarding. When I first actually started golfing, there was so many similarities from skateboarding to golf, and it's just continued to keep going with that stuff, anywhere from like the camaraderie and the physical part of it. Like, people don't think golf is physical. It's so much balance, it's style, it's how you do it. It's not just like the act of doing it, it's like how you do it. And it's so damn fun. And to me, it also is something that, like, you know, you can only skate and do certain tricks for a certain amount of time. You get to be, you know, get up there in your age, you can't be able to do stuff. Golf you can do till you're 90. So it's basically, to me, like the elongated version of skateboarding. You can do it forever. So I just want to kind of touch on that for a second. And I wanted to bring it up because I'm sure not a lot of you follow golf, or if you do, this was a big thing that happened today. And I thought that it would be cool to mention it on this because this kind of reminds me of skateboarding. Similarities are there. But so basically, so the PGA, Professional Golf Association, has a PGA Championship. And the PGA Championship is a major. There's only 4 majors in the year, I think it is, something like that. There's a bunch of events, but these majors mean like a lot. It's like the street league, the top of the top. And so in this major, basically you can qualify. You don't necessarily have to be a pro, but you can qualify for it if you are a teaching pro. So if you go to any country club or any local, like kind of, it doesn't have to be like upper scale, but it's not just your regular, 9-hole course. It's like an 18-hole course. They'll normally have a pro there that gives lessons to people. And if you are a certified teaching pro, you are able to qualify for these majors. And this is like I said, the top of the top. So one of these majors, the PGA Championship, was this weekend. And a guy by the name of Michael Block, he's actually Southern California local, Mission Viejo, I think it is. Basically, he qualified and then ended up going all the way to the end. And then even today, to make it to the end is psycho, but today, on the last round, he was paired up with a guy named Rory McIlroy. He's like the Nyjah. It would basically be like if some random dude, your skate park hero at your local skate park, got to go to Street League finals and was paired up against Nyjah. It's the most insane thing. And he did so good. Hole-in-one he had today, which is just psycho. It was a cool thing to watch. And I think it just speaks volumes to you don't have to be this crazy good golfer to be able to compete and just have fun with it. And so it was cool to see his hometown course be all the people watching him, and it was just super rad to see. So I wanted to give a shout out to this dude. It was so rad. And here's a fun fact. So basically he teaches lessons and they're $125 a lesson. I learned all this stuff today. $125 a lesson for, I think it's like an hour or something. He made in 4 days almost 300 grand. It's insane the amount of money and just the shit that's involved in this sport is fucking insane. So just kind of sidebar, but it's not, because we love golf. It is our skateboarding now, and skateboarding is still to me the same thing. But I just wanted to give a shout out to this dude because he deserves it, and I think it was rad. By the way, the company that we own is the number 33. If you didn't already know, I had to get a little plug in there. But yeah, I thought that'd be cool to talk about for a second. What'd you think about that, Allie?
It was dope.
You liked it?
I think it's cool. I think not many sports, a guy can just walk off the street and run a show. So it says a lot.
It was crazy. It was crazy to watch. It was cool. Yeah, to make a hole-in-one on the last day. I mean, people go their entire lives without making a hole-in-one, so crazy. Michael Block, congratulations. I want to get right into skateboarding. Enough golf talk. I have a couple picks this week. I got 3 picks that were so insane to me. And we're going to start it off. I might botch this dude's name. His name is Akira Shiruma. And we'll start playing the clip right now. I'm going to watch it with you. But this to me is, I'm sure to everybody, it's insane. He front nose, half cab, quick half cab, the switch front crook pop out. I've never seen that. He does it so good. I watched a bunch of clips from him. He is a wizard on a skateboard, but look at that. That is just insanity. I could watch shit like this all day. Good shit. Akira, keep it up. The next one I got is Tiago, the man, the myth, the legend. Anything by this dude is amazing. Chris Ray actually posted this, and I don't know if this was a long time ago or if it was recent. Doesn't matter. Anything this dude obviously does is amazing, but nollie, backside 180, switch front crook, fakie flip. Top of a picnic table. I mean, we all know and we all love this dude, but I had to give him his flowers because this shit was insane. Look at that. That has got to be one of the most difficult tricks on the top of a picnic table. Crazy. And then last but not least, which I was just blown away by, you know, when you watch a clip and it's like, it makes you, it's not LOL, it's not laugh out loud, but it's like scream as SOL, scream out loud. I was screaming for this one. This is Joey O'Brien, and it's a line that he does in Philly, cross street from Love. Nose blunt, and then frontside 5-0, backside flip. Look at this shit. Like, my God. That is insane the way he did that. Look at the way he pops out this shit.
Some days you're left hanging, but it's fine. Really.
Make it cold.
With AC Pro, anyone can recharge their car's AC. Like a pro. Be a pro with AC Pro.
Woo! God damn, that was crazy. Joey O'Brien, you are a killer. Keep doing you, big dog. Love watching you skate. That shit was gnarly. Yeah, those are the skate clips of the week. I would like to shout out a company. As you know thus far, if you haven't, this is your first time watching or your 7th time watching, we love food over here. We've done cooking stuff. We've done, we eat out places, give you guys kind of our take on what kind of foods we like. I have to shout out this company, Truff. You probably know about it, but if you don't, this company, they hook it up for us from time to time again, but it's a hot sauce company with truffle. They hooked this little package up. This is beautiful packaging. They started making other stuff. So you got the hot sauce, you got truff salt, and you got truff infused oil.
The salt's new for us.
The salt is a new one. I'm excited too. I guess a lot of people, I don't know, like truff is like
it's a love or hate.
It's a love or hate thing. I love it. We love it.
Yeah. It's mild. It's not overwhelming. I think it's a good amount of truffle.
Yeah, I think so too. And they have like this one is black truffle hot sauce. They have like a hot truffle. They have white truffle. I love the truffle oil. The oil is phenomenal. I'm a big oil. I cook with oil. I do I'll use this on my eggs. I like grill up some bread and just put it on some bread with some rosemary or something. But this company absolutely kills it. Check them out. They sell them Whole Foods. They sell them everywhere. They're amazing. They also gave me, these are kind of new. They started out with the hot sauce, but they started making a bunch of other shit. This is a little packaging that come in. You get sent to you, and then truffle pasta sauce. So this is the black truffle pomodoro.
Very good.
So good. Is pomodoro? No. Or I must say this right. Arrabbiata?
Arrabbiata?
Arrabbiata? This is a spicy one. This shit is so bomb. Love cooking with this stuff. Makes any meal, I mean, obviously just like any pasta with truffle pasta sauce, I mean, makes the meal.
Really elevates the dish.
It really elevates the dish. So thank you so much, Truff. We love you guys. And if you, like I said, if you haven't tried it, amazing stuff. What's good? Allie, how you feeling?
I'm feeling really good.
Yeah, do you like your microphone?
Yeah, it's nice. I'm mic'd up.
I wonder if it's going to sound good. We have no idea what's going on.
Hopefully you can all hear me.
hopefully you can hear her. It's the start of, I guess, a co-host kind of. But yeah, this is what we're doing. I got some music picks of the week. Once again, if this is your first time watching or you rock with us, you know, huge music fan over here. So I'd like to give you some picks of the week that I feel like either I'm bumping that week or just like hit me. Excuse me. So I'd like to share it with you. The first one, classic song, George Benson, and the song is called Breezin'. This is summertime vibes. This is either you're driving down the street or you're skating or you're at the beach or whatever. This song hits so good. Check it out, George Benson, if you don't know. Song's called Breezin'. This is an album by an artist that I have always fucked with, Ghostface Killah. He is probably one of my favorite Wu-Tang members. I like his vibe. I like what he says. I like the way he sounds. But this was one that this was a while ago. I think it came out in 2009, I think. It's called Ghostdini, Wizard of Poetry in Emerald City. This whole album is like, you like that name?
I like the name.
It's like a little more kind of like play it for your girl. It's like, I'm not gonna say there's love songs, but there kind of is in a Ghostface Killah style. Such a good listen the whole way through. Yeah, he kills it. I love this album. So that's my album of the week. And then my last one is Fat Lip, Today's Your Day, which is probably one of my favorite songs of all time. It just hits so hard, and I like it, and I would like to end kind of with that in my music picks, because today is your day is such an amazing saying, and I really feel inspired even by that little saying every day. It's like I try to listen to music that is inspirational or find little ways to like incorporate these kind of cool sayings into my life. I think every day we need to, I don't know, at least for me, I'm just speaking personally, like I need motivation every day. Like I'm a motivated person. I get up, I have goals, I write shit down, I set them, I go after them, but like at the end of the day, it's hard, you know, I get distracted, we got a lot of shit going on. So anything that can kind of help me get to that motivated stage and like push is what I love to do. So this one kind of hits home for me, so bump that. I kind of, it's a short episode. Kind of wanted to make it pretty short.
Feels good.
It feels good. We just get in and get out. Some episodes will be longer. I mean, some episodes will be short. I think we might have guests. We now have a guest, co-host.
Hello.
I think going off of the Today's Your Day thing, I'm going through some personal changes in my life right now. I got a birthday coming up. It's not really coming up, but it's in like 6 months. We're on a halfway mark. And
It's a big birthday.
It's a big birthday for me. And I kind of have set like a 6-month goal. It's a little before the 6 months, but it's crazy because I feel like the beautiful thing to me about life is that you literally can wake up and you have a chance to change every single day. It's not easy, it's hard, but you have that chance to change every day. And I think writing shit down helps for me personally. I truly believe that one of the best things in life is learning. You know, like it's learning something new, not getting stuck in your ways. I know not a lot, but like some close people to me that are older in age and they're kind of stuck in their ways. I feel like you get to a point where you're like, stop learning. You're not into it. You got your way and you're sticking to it. So I like kind of make a vow to myself to like at least try new things and move forward, every day. So 6 months, I have like a pretty gnarly goal. And it's really just to change how I live and you kind of move on to the next stage. And I think it's funny too, because it's like people do this at New Year's, right? It's like, oh, new year, new me. But you could do that every day. So I chose the 6 month challenge, kind of, I guess, if you will, that I'm gonna be posting about and I don't know, starting over kind of. But so yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to thank you guys for rocking with us. The show, we're just gonna keep on trying new stuff, keeping on growing, learning. We have an email. It's called love@ldspick.com, ldspickoftheweek.com, LOVE@ldspickoftheweek.com. Hit us up. Let us know what you think. Any suggestions, any critiquing. We're here for it. I'm not going to reply to any hate mail, so don't do it. I'm just kidding. You can hate if you want. Do what you got to do. But yeah, we're just trying to have fun over here. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Hope everybody has a good day. Happy birthday. Congratulations. Peace.
Welcome to the future.
Okay, welcome everybody to episode 8 of LD's Pick of the Week. This episode, honestly, it kind of means a lot to me for a couple different reasons. One, we're making pizza. I feel like I'm a pizza connoisseur. I love good pizza, and I think I said in a couple episodes ago, if you can make a good cheese pizza, then you can make a good pizza. But besides that, this is really cool for us. I will end up showing you, but we got the Uni pizza oven. It is
Hey Siri, set timer for 1 hour.
So fucking cool. Super easy to cook with. You can cook a bunch of shit in there, whether it be pizza or roasted vegetables, all that stuff. But today we're going to show you how we do pizza here at the house. Sidebar, another reason why I'm excited is this episode is just going to be purely me cooking the pizza, and we'll talk about some skating and some music, but we have stepped up our game a little bit. We got some mics coming, and we got a new camera coming, so we're trying to elevate the show the best we can. So next episode, we'll be back at the desk, and we'll have some better equipment. But first and foremost, let's make some pizza. What I want to do is, okay, let's show you what we got. So we got some fresh mozzarella. We got some, what would you call, not fresh mozzarella. Shredded mozzarella. Got some pepperoni. Got some tomato sauce, which we blended up some like actual tomatoes and made it into sauce. Garlic, some sliced tomatoes, jalapeno, some salt, and some basil, fresh basil. There's some other stuff we're going to put on there, but that's kind of the base. And then we got some dough. I haven't graduated into making our own dough yet, but we have a local pizzeria that sells dough. So $5, I think it's $6 maybe, 5 something. You got your dough and you're ready to go. So what I like to do first, you always need flour. You gotta have, I think you can't really have too much flour, but you wanna kind of want to have a little base so that the stuff don't stick to it. So we'll just kind of spread that around real easy like. That's our daughter. Hey baby, we're gonna make some pizza. You wanna make some pizza?
You wanna watch? Here, why don't you sit there?
So you take the pizza dough, get it out of this little bag. You're gonna help? You're gonna hold that? Okay, we're not ready for that yet, but when we are, you're our girl. Okay. Okay, let's do it. So basically we're gonna put that down and we're just gonna kind of pat it and spread it. This little guy in here. And you wanna just kind of spread the dough and kind of never really touch the crust part. In a little bit, baby. So we'll just kind of, in a circular motion, kind of just spread it.
And forget it.
And forget it. Look, it's already making a little bubble. That's going to be a good bubble. So we'll do that a little bit. Spread it, spread it, spread it. I touched the side. That's okay. And then I like to pick it up from here and kind of just hold the crust part and just kind of spin. You want to be able to see, especially for Neapolitan pizza, you kind of want to be able to see through it. You guys can't really see that, but that's basically going to be our base to this pizza. Super easy. You don't really need it to be that big. I mean, Neapolitan, I mean, it spreads in the shit. We'll give it one more little go around to the
gravity really takes it.
Gravity takes it.
The dough looks fresh.
It is fresh. It's definitely fresh. I mean, the dough is everything, right? We did Trader Joe's dough. We kind of like did some, because Trader Joe's has some cheap dough. Not so good, not so much. So it's good to get the best dough. That's our next thing. We're going to start doing, making our own dough, but so far this is what we do and it turns out amazing. Okay, so you got your pizza. So yes, baby. Yeah, we're gonna try in a second. So I'll take our little sauce. I think for this kind of stuff, less is more. Yeah, what do you want to do? You want to hold it for me? Okay. Thank you. So we'll put that on there, and we'll just spin it around. Thank you, baby. Kind of leaving the crust, obviously, without any sauce. And yeah, I think that should do it. Kind of just even it out. Nice little coat. So you want to do peppers? Okay, let's do. You want to do peppers? Why don't we do? Here, you want to put some cheese on?
I do it.
Okay, you do it. Put some cheese on there. Nice. So that's the fresh mozzarella. Kind of spread that out a little bit.
Yummy.
Whoa, nice throw.
Missed it.
Okay, let Daddy do this for a second.
I wait my turn.
Yeah, you're gonna wait your turn. That's good. You're such a good girl.
Daddy.
Okay, let's do it together. Boom! Nice.
Big jump.
Yeah, that was a big jump. Okay, we're good with that, but okay, one more.
Daddy, this.
You want? Okay, we'll do this. So then we'll do the shredded mozzarella. You want to try?
Oh, cheese.
Yeah, get it in there. Okay, good. Okay, let Daddy do this part real quick.
Wait till my turn.
Yeah, you're gonna wait your turn. It's like a good girl.
I do want to go
So,
together, Daddy.
honestly, for us, the more cheese, the better.
No.
How was it?
Is good. And let's do, you know what we're gonna do? I like to put a little olive oil on. So what we'll do is we'll just spread it, boom, 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 boom. And
Pepper.
you wanna do peppers?
Me, I do it.
Let's save the peppers for the next pizza. We're gonna do 2 pizzas. Let's put a little bit of, I'll do a little garlic on this one too.
A cheese.
Yeah, okay. So while she's doing salt, I also, this is kind of like staple, right? Put a little fresh basil on there.
Mommy, cheese.
Yummy cheese. So good.
Okay. I mean, for me, the more basil, the better. Okay.
She's just eating the
Eating
cheese.
all the cheese.
Okay, babies.
You ready,
I'll-
Carmel? This is you.
I'm gonna put a little, like I said, it's always good to have a little bit of flour to make things not stick so much. And this is kind of like, you gotta be quick, like a ninja. Get it right in there, boom. All right, so follow me. So this uni oven is absolutely amazing. Okay, let's go. This is actually where we film LD's Pick of the Week. Welcome to our humble abode. I'm gonna come this way. I'm gonna follow you.
Mommy, Daddy.
Okay, I'm following. We had a fire going. I think it's already out, but that's okay. Watch your back, baby. So this is the uni. This is the uni pizza oven. How hot it is in here. So we're at 435. So you want it, I like it to be hot. So it just like it's like a real quick process. So let me put some stuff in here and then we'll continue this.
Don's Appliances is the place that can make your luxury experience memorable. Featuring leading-edge technology in the best built-in appliances, make your kitchen dreams a reality with our full.
Okay, so I use coals, and then you put some like kind of tinder in there to get the stuff going, and then I'll put like a little piece of wood or a couple pieces of wood on top of it. You want to get it to about 500, anywhere between 500 to 600 degrees Celsius.
Celsius.
Yeah, that's what we have on here.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're getting it in there. We're good. So you just want to, this thing's going to burn the table. So you'll just go in here, put it right in the middle there. Get in there. And you want to keep an eye on it. I mean, it's not going to take too long to cook. I would say every probably like 30 seconds, you want to kind of like open it back up and check it, and turn it.
Mama.
Yes,
So,
Mama.
hey baby, we're
Yes,
doing something right
babes.
now, Bubs.
Mommy. Mama.
Hi.
I'm free.
You want to go on the swing? Okay, we could take a swing break.
Let's take a swing break. Wow! Higher? Oh. Ooh! Okay, so this has been only like, I would say 45 seconds. I mean, you're getting it pretty good. I like it like kind of well done, so we'll give it another turn and kind of put that edge towards the end. So this isn't a live show, obviously, and I thought this was really rad. Like, some people had commented about us kind of answering questions that people had for me or the show or our life. And one of the questions that was asked, obviously my wife, Allison, behind the camera, is a huge part of the show. And they asked how we met. It's a pretty funny story. Let's check on this real quick. Okay, we're getting...
Let's not burn the pizza.
Let's not burn the pizza.
Ooh.
Okay, we're gonna do one more turn to this
Really?
backside.
Okay.
Yep, I like it well done, baby.
He's
I
a
like
well
it.
done guy, for sure.
So I mean, basically I slid into the DMs. That's pretty much, the gist of it. What was the question I asked?
You said, I have a question with a heart, with a rose emoji.
I threw the rose on it?
Yep. And I said, shoot.
And it's crazy because at the time, I didn't realize what was really happening, but I didn't have a question. I didn't think she would answer. I was kind of like, wow, I think honestly from just what I see, I could marry this girl. And okay, we're done.
Okay.
Check that shit out.
Oh my goodness.
Woo! And the cheese is still just like firing on all cylinders.
Mama,
We're going to bring it in and we're going to cut the pizza.
You want to cut the pizza, Bubs?
Here.
wanna make more?
Yeah, we're gonna make some more.
More? I can keep it.
Okay.
I do it.
Okay. Check that out.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, back in it. I don't have a pizza cutter. I got a knife. I'm actually gonna let that cool for a split second. But so yeah, you answered the DM. I didn't have a question for you. I was just sending that out to see, almost like, it's like the bait, but then I wasn't expecting to catch anything. So I guess I wasn't ready for
Oh boy.
I wasn't ready. But the short of it is basically we talked back and forth on Instagram for a while. Maybe we got each other's number.
I think we chatted, texting and phone for about a week.
A week, yeah.
And then we met up in person.
And which was crazy because she used to be a production manager for a vintage, basically like high-end swap meet, but it was all for vintage clothes. And she invited me to a show that she had in downtown LA. I just happened to, Girl Skateboards had an art show the same night in downtown, bless you. And so I dragged my friend with me, and this was going to be the first time we met. And funny enough, I got a flat tire on the way there, and was so close to downtown that I told my buddy, I was like, I'm riding this rim there. I got to get there.
Riding the rim for love.
Riding the rim for love. I was like, I'm not stopping. So I ended up riding the rim, got off the freeway, and just found an underground parking lot and parked the car. And then we ended up walking 7 blocks to come see you. We ended up, I actually thought you liked my friend. It was, you're almost it's not jealousy, but you're just so oh, this is not real type stuff. And then, hey babies. And then I asked you to come to the girl thing, and then she came, and it was kind of one of those moments where it was, I went to her stuff, she went to mine, but to have her kind of see people know who I was, and it was kind of a little flex. And then, but the whole time I was I kept trying to find you, and you were just
I was off doing it.
Social butterfly. And even at the end, I thought you had left, and I was tripping. I couldn't find you, and you were in the VIP section of this place, smoking weed with the owner. And I was what, this girl is crazy, like whatever. And then we ended up having our first date, and honestly, we moved into it with each other like what, 2 weeks later or something?
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later. So it was like kind of like I told you that night I was gonna marry you.
We were in it.
I
Day one.
Literally that night I told you. I mean, we had some drinks, but like it was real. It was like first kiss. Told her I was gonna marry her. Yeah, and then like I said, 2 weeks after that we moved in, and then we were talking about baby names 2 weeks after that, and then like within the first year we were married with a kid. So it was a crazy one. I mean, you know, love is crazy. All right, we're cutting.
When you know, you know,
When you
babes.
know, you know.
That looks so
So I don't have, like I said, a pizza cutter, but we'll just do like this. Okay, you know what I'll do is I'm gonna check this shit out. I think I said this last, but truffle salt. I'll dabble a little bit of this on there. I do it all. I'll throw a little pepper. And then I'll do the crushed red peppers. And that's pretty much it for the cheese mo.
moment,
Oh,
the
it's
moment
still,
of truth. Oh my god, it looks so fun.
oh, it's like still too hot. Oh my god. It's so hot.
I'll bring it out.
I mean, this shit is crazy. Like to have that.
You don't even have to go out.
That's you go out to a restaurant, you have that, you order that, you're stoked on that. That is next level. That is next level pizza right there. I mean, homemade.
I know. The dough is super important though.
The dough is
Like
super.
shout out to the dough.
Opportunity is all around us. But to act on it, you need to get out of your comfort.
Okay, pizza number 2. Actually, so I have 3 pizzas, but we'll only make 2 of them. This one we're gonna do the pepperoni jalapeno. We're gonna do all of it. This one's gonna be really good. One of the pizzas that I truly love, my favorite pizzas. I actually first tried it at a place called Zuni in San Francisco. It's literally just a marinara pizza, and they just cook it with marinara, and then they add fresh Parmesan at the end. So it's like there's no cheese involved in the cooking process at all. It's just sauce, bread, or dough, and then fresh Parmesan at the end. That's my favorite, but we're gonna do some pepperoni and some stuff right now. So I have some picks. Gotta put skating in this, obviously.
I'm gonna start out this week with
Our dog, our boy, Jerron Wilson, the Dubliner. Dublin. I mean, this dude, he's someone that I looked up to when I was kind of like coming up, and obviously the way he skates, I mean, his style for days, and he's like the epitome of if you know, look up to somebody or like someone famous or whatever, you know, put it in that realm, and you finally meet them, and they're cooler of a person than you thought they would be. Like, you know, the complete opposite of someone just being a dick that you thought was like someone you looked up to. But Jerron has been a good friend of mine for damn near 20, going on 20 years. Now we're business partners. He is just the epitome of an amazing individual. He's
just the type of person that makes you better when you're with him, kind of stuff. He's, you know, like I said, I think the last episode, he's someone you learn from, you know, like the way he carries himself and the way he cares about other people and shit. So, anyways, enough. I love you, Dubby. Love you.
But he's still skating. He's been skating for a long ass time, and he just put out this little banger of a clip at Paul's Park, at the Primitive Park.
So buttery. We'll play it right now, but switch tray on the bank, just like fucking old times. and then the heel flip over the barrier with the switch big down the thing. Like, come on. Like, it was like W from old, and he's still doing it, and it's just so inspirational. So I had to throw him in my pick of the week, because how could I not? And then, so this is already happening, I guess. So Tanner Lawler was, well, I think on the first episode I picked him. He's coming back. So I stumbled across this. So Alex Kissinger reposted this from a long ass time ago. I remember seeing this clip and bugging out on it. His post was like, in case you forgot. And this is straight up, in case you forgot. Tanner Lawler, back tail, back 3, nose manual. I mean, I'm straight up, I'm telling you, I mean, we'll just keep letting this thing play for a second. But, like, that's on some, like, Gino back 3, nose manual down the Brooklyn. That is on some, like, holy shit. Look at the way he does this shit. I mean, honestly, like, I don't think he's pro yet, but this is some pro-ass maneuvers. I mean, I could watch this clip all day long. Please go follow, dude. His style, he's got it all. He's the man. Like I said, I mean, he's the first person, and we've only done 7 episodes. I had to pick him again because this shit was so fire. So fuck, dude. Holler at your boy if you want to come eat, Tanner. But keep doing your thing. We all love watching it. Okay, so all right. So we'll put some more of this fresh tomato on here. I think maybe for me, it's like the eating out is like the camaraderie, the like you're talking to people. It's like buzzing. It's like fun. You don't got to clean up anything. But I mean, when you can make this shit at home, it's crazy. All right, so let's just do some shredded mozzarella. We'll do some shredded mozzarella on this one. Thank you.
This one?
Well, let's do actually this one. Here. You do this one. I love these little pepperonis because in this grill, I mean, I guess. Oh, here you go. Oh, you want me to hold your hand? No, you can't. You gotta separate it, baby girl. Yeah, okay, you're good. And then we'll throw some jalapenos. I don't want you to touch these, baby, because they're really hot. So we'll just put this.
Spicy.
It's not. You gotta wait, because if you touch your face with your hands, that's gonna hurt. Daddy will sometimes touch his eyes after touching jalapenos, and that's not good. So we'll put some garlic on there too. We're doing the whole thing. Sprinkle the garlic on. You want to do it? Okay. Here you go. That just went right there, but that'll be Daddy's bite. A lot of garlic. And then we'll do the salt as well.
I try.
You want to try? Throw it on there, baby girl. Ooh, that's Daddy's bite right there. Okay, we're good.
Salty.
And then one last, we'll do... No, this is Daddy's turn. And then we'll... Bam! No cheese. You know what we can do?
Do you need a little cheese on top? Just
Nice.
a little. Yeah, perfect. Mama likes cheese.
Mama like all the cheese. We already got that on there, baby girl. Okay, watch out, baby. Okay, Daddy's gonna take it outside again. Again? Okay, once again. 1, 2, 3. Hiya! All right, let's go outside, baby.
Lead the.
Okay, so I also have a couple music picks. Oh, I'm gonna follow you, babe. Follow. Oh, you gotta. Going, baby girl. Okay.
What is happening with this video?
Okay, baby. I'm gonna follow you. Okay. So let's check this thing. We added some more coal. Okay, it's a little. It needs a little bit more coal, so let's do that.
Yeah, we'll have a swing break.
Okay. Let's see here. I have these wood chips too that you can add. Kind of just get the shit popping.
Come on, let's show them how they do it.
That's gonna make that
1 second, okay?
catch on fire. Okay.
Perfect. So what's the music?
Mel, guess what Daddy's music picks are? My daughter, for the first time ever, makes a song and sings it, and it's by
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande called, what is it called?
Thank You,
next. And thank you, next. That's not my pick, that's your pick though. You got to pick. Well, I'll put that on there. My
Two
first
words she knows.
Ooh, next. So, do you know what
it?
Daddy's pick is? So yeah, it's from the Malibu album, and it's called Celebrate. Means a whole lot to me. Please go check this song out. It's older, 2016 it came out. If you've heard it, you've heard it. If not, please go listen to this song. It is such a feel-good song. Kind of just gives you like kind of a cool perspective on life, kind of celebrate, you know, why you can, when you can, because you can. Short. And this is a rad song to vibe out to. And then the second one would be Old School, Sunny, by, I forget let's see, yeah, Bob Hebb. Sunny.
Ooh.
That kind of shit just gets me so stoked, and I hope it does for you as well. That's the kind of like, I like to get like, you know, it's either like a hip hop shit or it's the old school kind of just, I get stuck in the same kind of revolving door of music that I have. So I'm glad that, you know, it means a lot to me. Like, I feel like there's like people in my life that show me good music and new music, and I feel like sometimes that's better than, I don't know. I mean, it's better than a lot of things in life when someone can bring some good music to your life and get you through some times or whatever it is. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to keep doing that. So, this looks like it's got to be some hot shit. It's not that hot. Here, let's just, well, you know what? We're going to bake it slow. We're going to do it slow. It doesn't have to be, I mean, if cooks faster, I like well done pizza, so. We'll check back in a second.
Are these your flowers? Wow. And action. Ooh.
Oh shit.
Shit. Oh shit.
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 Oh shit. Okay, sprinklers are on. All right. Sprinklers are on. I didn't think we did not time that. Well. Okay, pizza's done. Sprinklers came on. 100% so. 100% so. But that's the backyard games. But that's the pizza.
That looks so good.
I mean, let's go inside and let's cut this thing.
It's okay.
You gotta stop and smell the roses sometimes.
So wet. Justin's dad just came over and redid the timing on our sprinklers, which we forgot about.
Voila.
Yummy.
Okay, that's the pizza. Jalapeno garlic pepperoni with some fresh sliced tomatoes. We'll put a little Parmesan.
Figure that out. Get yourself comfortable there. Let's see how it looks. That sun's bad, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I can
No.
see you, but I will be
I'm
like...
I was wanting the curtains open for the fun production value.
Sure.
But we could close the...
So you bring all this stuff with you from LA? Jesus.
No, it's 4 suitcases.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But the goblins love it.
I saw some clips of you and Giannis. Giannis is one of my boys. It's very funny. Very fucking funny. And I watched an episode with you and Will Sasso.
Oh, that one was odd to me because
I thought it was really funny.
It's still in your eyes.
It's like sneaking around.
Yeah, let me do it. Let me do it. Let me close a little.
You know what? I can also go like this, and then we're good. I think we're good right here.
Okay.
And it doesn't.
Will you tell
up.
me?
Yeah. If the sun moves, I'll let you know.
I have a feeling it will.
I don't think you know science.
Okay, all right.
I don't think you know science.
The Will one, he's one of the funniest guys to me.
Yeah.
And let me do levels here. I've thought about once before because I have to do this a lot at my place too. Like whenever I break stuff down and repack it up, and then I have my first podcast up in LA.
Yeah.
I'm not always like I didn't test it beforehand. I just do it. So like there's this shit.
Yeah.
And I thought it might be fun. And sometimes I have like celebrities on that I've never met, and they're kind of like, they come over, they don't know what's going on. I'm like, wash your hands, you know. And then I'm like 15 minutes of sit here and I just thought it would be like such a mild episode of Punk'd to have people come over and just for like
slightly inconvenienced.
Yeah,
Very
for
funny.
90 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for coming by, man.
Oh my god, dude! Can you move over there? Is that too much? And then at the end you go, that was a lot of fun. Anything to plug?
Yeah.
And they're like, what? Fuck? Dude, you fucking moved me around for 90 minutes. Very funny.
The Will one, I really wanted him to do impressions, and he was so not willing to do them.
Really?
Yeah, he was so not willing. And I guess, like, you know, you don't want to do impressions, and then you got some guy like, do Arnold.
Yeah,
it's
my
like,
god.
I'm Ray Romano.
yeah, I got Ray Romano on the podcast. Eric Griffin did a movie with him, and he directed, and he got him on. Say hi to Ray.
Hello, Ray.
We're doing a group podcast. Listen to who else I got on here, Dad. Donald Trump.
And I'm Ray Romano. I'm Ray Romano.
And he's fantastic at him, but yeah, sometimes
You're good at him too, right?
Yeah,
I've seen you.
I do impressions, but I don't. I don't know. I think I don't do impressions as much as I just do voices.
Do you think you could do an impression of a guy who's wearing sunglasses and just fucking relax? What's up?
Yeah, I could. Ready? Hold on. Here's my impression of a guy wearing sunglasses. Hey.
Whoa. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you also wore a leather jacket, dude.
Yeah, dude. Welcome to the East Coast.
So you have been requested on my podcast a bit.
No shit.
Including, I have a little ragtag Take Your Shoes Off team. Shout out to Tom and John Michael.
Tom and John Michael.
And John Michael was like, oh, yeah, you'd be great.
Oh, thanks, John Michael.
Yeah.
I hope I am.
So well, let's see.
Man, a lot of pressure. Oh, man, what's going on with what's the Ukraine, huh?
It is.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's a lot. And especially during the holidays, it really makes you think.
How so more in the holidays?
Well, war.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Santa's got to visit those kids somehow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think...
You a Zelensky guy or a Putin guy?
Bleep this. Zelensky? What about you? We'll bleep it.
I think I'm a Putin in the streets, but a Zelensky in the sheets.
Right. I would think that you would want a Zelensky in the streets.
That's the whole point. That's the joke.
Funny.
Yeah.
Dan Soder. If anybody's funny, it's you. And if nobody's funny, unfortunately,
it's me.
Right. You want to introduce yourself? You don't have to.
Yeah, can I not?
You do it during the commercial later on?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll find out.
Well, I got good news and I got bad news. What should I give them first?
Good news.
The good news is you can visit thefreezepipe.com and use code TISO for 10% off your order. That's thefreezepipe.com and code TISO for 10%. Shipping is free. Your throat and lungs will thank you. You want the bad news?
Yeah.
If you want to hear more about it, you have to wait until later in the episode.
And you'll hear my name.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Isn't that right? Oh, almost said his name. Did you almost call me a Jew?
No.
All right. But if you did and you needed somebody to talk to, you could talk to BetterHelp. You see, if you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/Tyso today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Tyso for
10%
off your first month. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
And if you are in southern sunny California on March 16th, I got good news for you.
What is it?
Rick Glassman from the Take Your Shoes Off podcast is playing the Irvine Improv.
That's you.
You want tickets?
Yeah.
I'll tell you where they are. And the link will be in the description. You've been to a few Rick Glassman stand-up shows.
Yes.
Tell the truth, because the tickets are $500.
Yeah, it is worth it.
Right. Wait a minute. Oh, they're only $25.
Oh, it's not worth it.
What?
It's not worth it for you now.
I appreciate that, but I'm not doing it for the money.
Oh, you should.
All right, $500 bucks. No, it's $25. March 16th, Irvine Improv. Ticket links they're in the description. Back to the episode.
Yes,
because I think women want a Putin. You know,
in the sheets.
They want a guy that'll choke them and be a little mean.
So the joke is here: you're not doing what a typical woman would want.
Yes.
Deep.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to ask you some other questions, and I want you to answer them as quickly as you can, as the opposite of how a woman would want them.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Streets or sheets? LeBron or D Wade?
Oh, I think D Wade sheets, LeBron streets.
Okay. Tell me why a woman would want LeBron
in the
streets.
Oh
no, because you did opposite.
Well, I thought we were doing the opposite of what women said.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're saying
women would want LeBron in the sheets.
Tell me why.
Taller, athletic, probably can throw him around a little bit.
As far as women are concerned, and they are, and I am for them, when you think of the difference between LeBron and D Wade and who's taller and more athletic and who could throw him around, they're both at a 10.
For women? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So
I think that is more of a gay man's mind that we're going into where you're like...
Which is fine.
Which is very fine.
You know what I'm noticing?
Huh.
I'm noticing that I am my eye line. I have it wrong. This is going to bother me.
Okay. How do we change it?
I need to be...
Where do you need to be? Think of all your training. It all comes down to this.
Do that as the guy with the sunglasses. I want to apologize to you and the people listening. Hey. This is the first episode. I don't know if we've edited out the beginning. I filmed in this place, and I'm like, I got the jitters. Normally, no, it's fine. It's fine. Eyeline's good.
Do you want me to cheat my eyeline a little?
Yeah, if you don't mind, during the episode, could you look
at the plant?
At either the plant or like this arm?
Done. Done, dude. I've always wanted a blind man's eyeline.
Let's get into business, though, because we don't know each other.
No, we don't.
And I don't know much about you. And I say that with the most disrespect. No.
Yeah, no. I like that. I operate better on that way. Because usually people from LA, they give you faux respect. They give you they've heard your name, so then they act like they know anything about you.
If I were in LA, I would be doing that. Let me show you what I would do if you came out of LA.
Yeah, give it.
Dan, dude, I've been wanting to have you on forever, man. How you been?
That's good.
You good?
Can I give you what I would be like in LA?
Yes.
I'd go.
Is this your podcast or mine?
This is your podcast,
right?
And I'm a guest on your podcast.
Right.
It would be a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Eyebrows up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is so great to be here. I have been such a fan of yours for so long.
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
This is like dueling.
Do you ever feel the need when you're doing a podcast like this to let the audio only listeners, like we're doing prayer hands? Do you ever give the exposition?
No.
Right. They got to watch.
Yeah. Pay the money for the Patreon to get the video.
Well, it's on YouTube.
Well, all right. I don't know how you do your business model. I'm not here to judge you.
Yeah, I noticed the New York people are really big on the Patreon.
Brother, it's an expensive city. Listen, brother, it's an expensive city.
Do you remember when you could have prayer hands like this, and then the other person like this?
I was just going to say.
The first time I saw a vagina was this.
Welcome to the future.
I thought we were about to fucking open it up, dude.
I did Chrissy Chaos's podcast.
Yeah, I love Krista Stefano.
And
wait, hold on.
No, we're in New York now.
Oh,
How'd you do it here?
This fucking guy.
Yes.
Let me tell you something about that fat-titted loser. He's a good man. You gotta
Right,
end
right,
strong.
right.
You gotta end strong.
Like at the roasts, at the end. But all jokes aside, up here on this dais,
That's all
he's a
New
good
York.
man.
That's all New York is just roast mentality, where you just are shitty to each other, and at the very end, very something heartfelt.
Yeah, you have to have a but all jokes aside.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I did Chris's podcast, and it went almost 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then after an hour, he cuts the back half and puts it on Patreon only, which you're entitled to. Tell me, I'm giving the goods in the back half.
Yeah. You got to let me know if we're going high shelf, top shelf jokes.
I'm seeing the sun in your eyes.
Okay. Is it starting to bleed over?
Well, I mean, you would know better than I.
Because honestly, right now, I can just feel a light kiss of the sun on the right side of my face.
Nice.
But nothing blinding.
You'll let me know?
Yeah.
All right. So there's this, bleep this word, but you could still keep it in, stigma, that New York is like rough and tough. They tell you how it is. One thing about the New Yorks, they're gonna tell you how it goes.
They love to.
And LA, it's just fake tits, fake hips, fake lips, and fake shits. And the fucking LA scene, like what you were saying, have you really experienced that? Or is that just something you've heard?
I've been out there a couple times, but I haven't spent a lot of time in LA. I've watched friends of mine move out there and become that. I've watched friends of mine go from New York to LA, and all of a sudden you see them and they're like completely different. Now the sun has moved aggressively.
I'm going to close it.
Let's close it. Because that sun almost felt like that sun knew what we were doing.
It feels like the sun is kind of like Team LA because, LA loves the sun.
And I'm New York. I'm over here going, hey, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. But with all respect, thank you for making plant life and food. I appreciate photosynthesis. But fuck you.
While I'm doing this, we'll put it in fast forward and Benny Hill it up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is the only part of the song that I know, so I'm going to keep repeating that part. I'm going to loop it. I'm going to start doing some original stuff too. This is a song I wrote called Walking in the City. I'm walking in the city. It's in my mind, Rick. I'm walking in the city. It's pretty good. Perfect. Zero blindness.
If I had the budget, I would love to have a curtain guy. And
during
it,
my God.
Just one curtain follow.
And you know what? Really take care of them too. Like a salary it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like a really good salary for a curtain guy.
What does a typical curtain guy get?
I would guess under 30K.
Oh, yeah, but he's traveling with me. He's doing this. Yeah, but it is one day a week.
Sure. But I'm
Not
saying.
a bad living.
I mean, to move around curtains, it's a great living. It's almost a teacher's salary in Louisiana.
Edit that out. No, it's okay. That's my impression of a guy who thinks he's running for office soon, but he doesn't know what might bite him in the ass.
Edit that. Can we edit that, please?
Because the teachers.
We don't know what the unions. We don't know what the unions are going to be. And that's when you switch to a one-handed. Obama thumbs.
Cut to Bill Burr. Okay. Do that again. Say, this is what I would feel.
Stop pointing at me. Go Clinton. You got to go Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations.
Before since I was a kid.
And we're back.
Could you give me an example of the friend or friends that were in New York and tell me what they were like before they moved and then what they were like after?
Yeah, before they moved, they were like, I love comedy. I just love writing jokes.
They're stand-ups.
Yeah. And they're like, I love writing jokes.
Will you tell me your name if we bleep it so I could visualize it?
Oh, yeah.
And that's not just moving to LA.
We weren't like close, but we were like friendly in the comedy scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was such a shift that when I went out there to do Conan one time, he was out there and it was like I was watching him fade like the Back to the Future picture. Like he was like,
right.
Oh, hey. Like he was still kind of.
Because he's becoming a movie star.
But this was before that. This was like maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago. And you just started to see the change in little things.
Absolutely bleep the name.
But it really became a thing of like, oh man, I'm watching it. And then other people I've watched go from being like, I love comedy to being like, well, it's really important you get out there and LA is much better at marketing.
Interesting.
So I've watched friends of mine go from being like obsessed with joke writing and being stand-ups to like, well, this is important for your image.
I see the New York people being better at marketing. I guess by marketing, I mean just putting out a hell of a lot more reels and social clips.
Oh my God, I don't. Yeah, I feel like we all have to now.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't do anything I don't want to do.
That's the way to go. And then I was yelled at by my agent for doing that.
Yeah, I don't have an agent. They fired me because I don't put on enough reels. No.
You're not meeting your quota.
No, yeah, but I have thought about it. I have actually, and people may reach out again when I say this because I've mentioned it on the podcast, but I just need to set up the logistics for it because I can't do it anymore.
That's exactly what it took me.
But there are people that like are able to do the technical side of it, but they need to have a good eye to find the right clips.
Yes.
And
that was my problem the entire time. I went through a couple years of having a company that like helped me with my social media, and they weren't good at picking the clips.
A company?
Yeah, there's multiple companies that do this shit. In fact, I know most of my friends have a company that runs their social media to edit clips and then put them out.
I guess that is the bigger version of it. My thought is you find people who do this and also are fans.
Oh shit, that's
because
a good
then they
idea.
know what, like, this is what I like about him. This clip made me laugh.
That was the problem I was running into, where they would send me a clip and be like, huh? And you're like, this sucks. I'm not funny in this. And they're like, it's a good clip though. So then I finally found two guys that were like good at, that knew me and knew what to clip. And it was like, oh, can you just grab as many clips as possible and then we can bank them?
How do you, is Bonfire, is that your only podcast? You have another one?
Yeah, that's the only, that's the Sirius XM show I do with Big J.
Not a podcast.
Now it is, but because everything's a podcast now. So they take like half of the show and clip it off as a podcast.
And put it where? YouTube?
No, they put it on like Spotify, Stitcher, all that shit.
What have you noticed as far as, I mean, it doesn't have to be specifically clips, but content you put online between your stand-up and your podcasting stuff? What draws more people to come to shows for you?
I would say stand-up. The stand-up clips that I put out get more interaction than like podcast clips, unless it's like a fun podcast clip.
What about if people in a podcast get to see a fun stand-up clip? Do you have something in mind? You want to set it up like you're on a late-night interview?
Oh my God, this is a fun. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Well, why don't you leave and you'll come on in. Albert, we'll bring you in. We'll put in a little music.
Okay. Do you want to do it like I'm being intro? Am I being introed to intro the stand-up clip?
So here's what's going to happen. We're going to have you right now do the voice. You know what? Let's let the audience see the final product. We'll be right back after a word. You know what? That's kind of far. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Whew, man, I just took a huge shit. Whoa, what's this? Wow, this is really cute. Should I?
So good to be here.
Dan, good to see you.
So good to be here. Thanks, sir.
Absolutely. So I understand you just flew in from New York. How are your arms?
Oh my God, are they tired? Are they tired? You know what, Rick? You just don't miss. I wish you'd take a day off. Make the rest of us feel better.
My wife feels the same.
This fucking guy. You come to New York and you bring the sunshine with you. And that's what I love. That's what I love about seeing a sunny face like your own. I hope your holidays were good.
Thank you. Yes, they were. But you'd have to ask my wife if she'd agree. You've been doing a lot of stand-up.
Been doing a lot of stand-up. I've been watching a lot of boxing.
Really?
So I brought a fun little joke that I. Is this not how you do it? I feel like this is kind of how you do it.
Yeah.
Well,
first we do a little. We do a
little
little boxing, and then I'll be like, "So what is it about boxing?" Because I tried boxing. They relate.
Yeah,
they relate.
They clap. It's great. It's a great workout.
Yeah, it's actually really like I tried it with my wife.
Whatever your business needs, Vistaprint can print it. Like packaging from tape to thank you cards, or merch from t-shirts to caps, even a logo that you can put on all that. Because with Vistaprint, the printability.
God,
something she let me do.
I'm trying to keep up with her.
What the fuck did you just say?
What?
Did you just say that about my wife?
Oh, yeah, but I thought we were doing like a thing.
Oh, you're just joking around.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you think I was disrespecting you?
I thought you were disrespecting my wife.
I would never do that.
Do you want to see my wife's pussy?
Whoa! Can see why you put a ring on her. Was
Dan,
that
Dan?
Here's a clip of my stand-up. Is that how you do that?
No, I love boxing, though. I do love boxing. Strawweights are my favorite. Those are the best. Those are like the 90, 100-pound guys. They just beat the shit out of each other. But they're so little. The little hands can't knock each other out. It's like watching squirrels fight. It's the fucking best. I fucking love it. I love it. My favorite's when they have translators in the ring after the fight to interview the tiny men. Does not matter the nationality. They'll get in there and be like, you had him in trouble in the 7th round. When did you think the fight might be over? Like, and then the translator steps in. He's like, my hands are weapons from God. I destroy everything I touch. Like, that's what that little ass voice is saying. His family is lucky I let him leave alive. I am the angel of death. All praise be to Jesus Christ.
And we're back. Or should I say, I'm gonna get angry back. How do you do voices like that?
I was lonely. I was a very lonely child. And
Only child?
I was an only child who was a lonely child. So, is that...
You know, we normally, since COVID, our crew is a little smaller, and I have to make sure that the cameras are going. I see it. Dan?
Yeah.
Dan.
It's Dan.
You grew up an only child.
Mm-hmm. What about you? No, we don't do that. I completely understand.
Older brother, but one thing at a time. Still older, actually, since I was born.
Thank God.
Your parents together?
No. God, no.
Good. They weren't meant, right? It seemed like they maybe had a...
Oil and water. You were around them.
Which was oil?
My father. That's called alcoholism in our family. We don't call it alcoholism, we call it oil.
Are you an alcoholic?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sober or are you still an alcoholic?
10 years in March.
Drinking. Yeah?
Yeah, but I smoke weed, so I'm not sober.
Right.
I just don't drink.
Weed doesn't get in the way of your life.
It might. Don't know yet. Isn't that just a beautiful riddle of life?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but you knew alcohol did.
Yeah.
Was there an incident or were there many?
No, I think it was just an overall thing of I just did it too much. I was just drinking every day, and it just became a point where I was like, my family doesn't have a good history with this. I should probably stop.
So a bit of yours that was the turning 30 is when having a good time just becomes you're an alcoholic.
Yeah. That's when I started feeling that.
I'm going to start trying that bit. You don't do it anymore, do you?
No, do it. I haven't done that bit in 10 years. I'm almost 40. I haven't done that bit in 10 years. Let it ride, dude.
So you're doing alcohol too much, and one day you just go, what the fuck am I doing? Or did you try it?
Oh, I tried to quit for years, and I probably tried to quit for like 3 years, and then finally I read a book.
What's the book?
The Easy Way to Stop Drinking by Alan Carr.
Shout out to Alan Carr.
Dude, big shout out to Alan Carr. Guy helped me quit cigarettes. He's dead, but helped me quit cigarettes, alcohol. Guy had a lot of problems, but he helps you out.
What was some easy things?
To know that it's been marketed to you. That was the thing that helped me the most. It's like it's just a product that has incredible marketing. It's like actually not a good product for you. Like alcohol itself isn't good for you. It does nothing for you besides numbs you. And that was real because I thought it was like, fuel. I was like, oh, I drink and then I fuck. You know, when you're in your 20s.
I never drank really.
Really?
Mm-mm. Love weed, but I never really drank. So I don't quite get it.
Okay. It's kind of a thing where it's I wonder what else can I compare it to. It's just something that when you grow up around alcoholics and you're an alcoholic, it's part of the social fabric of your family.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of like it's almost like a warm, like a blanket, like a blanket you love. Where it's comforting. You're like, oh, I'll drink a little. Like,
do you think that's the same for all families, or is that too much of a blanket statement?
Yeah. Thank you for getting the blanket out of the way too, because that's very triggering for me. It makes me want to drink. Blankets make me want to drink.
Do things still make you want to drink? Really?
Oh yeah, for sure. Dive bars every time.
Do you call a sponsor? Do you have to practice deal?
No, I don't. A sponsor would be mad that I smoke weed, so I just don't.
Oh, interesting.
I've hit a point where I just don't want to do it. I've gone. Yeah, I've drink. I've gone long enough in my life where I've realized that I've learned how to live without it. And I just remember how bad it got at the end that I was like, oh, I don't need to do it anymore.
Are you okay if we talk about this a little bit more? I have more questions about it.
Yeah, sure.
You said it's just what you do. It, like, makes you fuck or whatever. Like, are you saying it like you drink and you thought drinking made you better?
Like stand up, right?
Uh-huh.
I started stand up when I was like 21. And so I would drink, I would have a beer and a shot, and I'd be like, oh, I'm like kind of loose.
It made stand up easier.
Yeah. And then I would like, it became kind of like a security blanket. Like I said, like you'd go in and I'd have a beer and I'd be like, all right, I got my beer. I'm like, I'm casual, I'm fun, I'm partying.
Brand.
Yeah.
It's a brand.
Yeah, I didn't really think of it like that, but yeah, it is.
Especially if you're like on stage.
Yeah, I loved drinking on stage. I grew up loving Stanhope. I grew up loving those kind of comics that like.
Would you on a scale from? What do you like to do scales? I mean, it doesn't matter.
Let's go 1 to 10. Let's do the standard.
Right. How much were you just like a guys comic? Like, do guys in the audience be like, he's just like me?
Yeah, I was very much when I drank. I think I was like trying to be that. I was trying to be that. I don't know if I was that, but I was definitely trying to be like, what's up with just having beers and you know, your woman's all like, hey, you know, that kind of dumb bullshit.
I don't know. I whatever. I don't want to get you into drinking, but I like that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, you know, I like that stuff because I don't like to complain about women anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I realized something recently, which is women have really gotten the shit end of the stick, man.
Damn.
They're fat. They're dumb. Like, men call them fat and dumb. You know what I mean?
I was waiting to see which way you're going to go.
No, really. They call them like fat and dumb. And it's like, guys are fat and dumb.
Guys are fatter and dumber.
But when a guy's dumb, he's just like cool. When a girl's dumb, she's a slut.
No, I think there can be different kinds of dumb. I don't think dumb necessarily means slut, does it?
I mean, that is a microcosm. Like, you know, like when guys fuck a bunch of girls, they're the man.
Yeah.
But when girls fuck a bunch of girls, they're lesbian. And it's, you know, first base.
Yeah.
Or when they go to first base, I'm saying with a girl. But
oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This is kicking in for me now.
You're getting nuts. Is coffee your alcohol?
I think no.
Do you use something too much?
I like weed. I like coffee, but I'm pretty good with not doing it too much. This is going to sound ridiculous, and I'm going to say it, but I don't want to get into it too much because I don't think people will believe me until they know me.
Yeah.
I have a serious food addiction.
Like, you want to eat all the time?
I do eat all the time.
You do?
I eat a crazy amount of food, and
but you're in shape. You look in shape.
I'm an athlete, dude.
Yeah, I've heard that you played high school basketball against LeBron.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I was gonna say he played against me, but you know,
how at that point were you like? Because for an athlete's mind, I'm always intrigued by athletes because I sucked at sports, but I love sports. I was terrible at them.
We'll cut to a clip. Good game, dude. Psych.
That's what I mean. Bad at sports. Real bad at sports.
Don't cut back from that. We cut to it, but then just have us walk back into it. Just so people know it was live time.
Just a demonstration. Yeah. So when you were in high school, did you play varsity all 4 years?
No.
What year did you start on
I didn't
varsity?
start playing basketball until 9th, 10th grade.
You didn't start playing basketball until 9th or 10th grade?
Yeah.
And you played, and then you got to varsity?
Yeah, but I barely played in high school. I didn't get good until college.
Where did you play in college?
I played. I got to practice with the team a couple times, kind of.
Where'd you go to college?
I won some intramural championships, Kent State.
Okay.
I tried out, and they didn't take me, but they had a full. They didn't. I mean that, and I was a junior that they thought edit this out, but I played in college.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
But when you were in high school, were you the kind of person, like the mind frame of when you're playing LeBron James? He's probably already been in Sports Illustrated at this point.
We played him the day after he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
No shit.
I bought a Sports Illustrated magazine, which I didn't end up bringing, but the intention was to bring. So in the good game at the end, I could be like, will you sign this?
That's fucking hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Thought of the handshake line and you being like, oh, it's just in in your shorts,
not sweaty because I played for less than 3 minutes that game.
Yeah, and you pull it out and you go, and then but the specific page while he's doing it where he goes, I guess, man. And you go, it's actually page 96.
Yeah, it's tagged.
Can you the yellow tab?
The Lakers were in town to play the Cavs that weekend, so Ron Harper and Shaq were at the game, and they were watching us. And there was like 2,000 plus people at this field house. It was really cool.
Was it at St. Mary's or was it at your high school?
The first year we played them, the year before was at St. Vincent St. Mary's. The next year was at the Canton Field House, like a bigger thousands of people there.
Because people wanted to see LeBron.
Yeah.
And he actually lived up to it.
I mean,
insane. How many times have you seen comics in LA that there's like buzz,
a lot of hype,
like buzz, and then you see them, and then you're like,
who has buzz?
I've seen a lot.
You know what? I can think of one person that has buzz, and he's lived up.
Who?
Gerard Carmichael.
I was just going to say that he lived up to the buzz.
Yeah,
I remember I did Montreal the same year he did. He
New
got
faces.
I got unrepped, as Chris Laker called it.
Thanks for coming over, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, you said you have an agent now, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah.
I got representation. We're fine.
Cool.
I righted the ship. Yeah, I know, because you just do your own thing. You just fired him because you just fucking know your own game. You just do what you want. It's the Rick Glassman way. Everyone
but if there
knows
are
it.
any stand-up agents, I do need a stand-up
If
agent.
there's any booking agents, feel free to reach out.
Yeah.
But
just call my dad. Okay. Well, should we tell him your name now?
Yeah.
It's John Michael. You've heard a lot about him. You may have even seen him in something.
I think once. Yeah. Will Sasso. Well.
Yeah, you might have seen him inside of Will Sasso.
Tell me about this contraption to your left.
Well, listen, if you know me, then you know I like getting high. Also, look at this. They got it's not just Breaking Bad stuff.
No.
Beakers and shit. It's also, you got the small stuff that you keep in the freezer. It really gives it a smooth smoke. Let's check in with my dad to see what we're talking about.
That's the no-cough toke that you get from Freeze Pipe every time. Go to freezepipe.com/Tyso.
The Freeze Pipe.
The Freeze Pipe, like the Ohio State University. The freezepipe.com/Tyso.
Make sure to have your house. Everyone over early. Make sure it goes over. 21 is over reply. Make sure it goes over. Dry safely. 21 is over reply. Penis, vagina, poop, fart, boogers.
So for the smoothest smoking pipes, bubblers, bongs, and dab rigs, visit thefreezepipe.com and use code TYSO for 10% off your order. Don't believe me? Ask Santa Claus.
I'll tell you this much. Get the Funyuns ready and the fun dip outside, because I'm coming in hot with a couple of hands looking for snacks.
That's thefreezepipe.com and code TYSO for 10% off.
Shop today. Shipping is always free. Your throat and lungs will thank you. This episode of Take Your Shoes Off is sponsored by BetterHelp. Now, John Michael. John Michael?
Yes.
John Michael. Sometimes I need somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need somebody to talk to.
Sometimes.
But sometimes, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this.
All right, don't. What's going on? My name's John Michael Pereira.
Okay.
No, please tell me.
No, you make a good point. I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes maybe you don't want to burden a friend with some of the things that's going on with you. Maybe you don't feel comfortable telling them. Maybe they don't have the advice that you need.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times one of the barriers to entry to finding a therapist is just that, finding the therapist.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I do.
That's where BetterHelp comes in. You could be matched with a licensed therapist in under 48 hours. You know, John Michael, if you want to live a more empowered life, therapy could help get you there.
Hell.
What's that? What'd you say?
I said, hell yeah.
Visit BetterHelp.com and get 10% off your first month.
Yes.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Tyso.
I've seen other guys in New York that have been like whispers about where they're like, this guy's incredible. And then what's happening is sometimes they're really good at stand-up and then they're just like, this shit's lame. And then they just quit and they go do other stuff.
There are people that have the buzz and are really good that just don't want to do it anymore.
I've seen 3 different people do that. I've seen 3 different people come into stand-up, be good at it, get buzz, and then they're like, I don't know. And then they just go work a regular job.
This is not that relevant, but I want to make sure I close this off to be more specific about the food thing.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about this.
There's more to get into and things I've realized about myself with it. But the big thing is binging and sugar and sweets and donuts. And I just don't feel good. I have inflammation issues with my joints. I've had multiple surgeries, not from desserts, but I'm a sensitive boy.
Sure.
Jewish joints.
But you love
sweets. I used to buy cakes every week, like full cakes.
A full cake.
Yeah.
What kind of cake?
This I'm sure this still holds up, but I was doing this more in my 20s. But I found at Ralph's. Do you have Ralph's here?
No, but I know what
Ralph's
is.
just has this tuxedo cake.
Okay.
That's unbelievable. My version of it now that I do sometimes, but not every week, is Whole Foods has an and I know tiramisu. Whole Foods has an shockingly unbelievable tiramisu. Unbelievable tiramisu. And I'd get whole cakes.
Now, can we walk away from it being food, and can we talk about the part that I always love the most, which is the addict part of your brain?
Right.
How excited it gets knowing that tiramisu is in your future. When you know it's coming, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say you're in LA. Let's say you've had 2 long weeks of work. You've been working out. Everything's all right. You've saved up for this tiramisu. You know you're going to have. How excited are you driving to that Whole Foods?
The dopamine doesn't hit me until I have it. I don't mean eating it. I mean have it.
So you have it. You buy it at Ralph's, or you buy it at Whole Foods. You buy this tiramisu.
It's in the fridge.
It's in the fridge.
I walk in and it feels like I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. I feel this way not just with desserts though. I like when I order. I'm on a television show at the moment.
Okay,
and I say that because I don't know if I'm going to get another season of it, but I'm making some money.
Yeah,
and the podcast is doing okay.
Yeah,
my lifestyle has not changed. I live in the same place I've lived for years, and I don't buy extravagant things.
Yeah.
I order Postmates or DoorDash twice a day, and I order multiple things each time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of money. I mean, my delivery is more than my rent.
Jesus.
And what I do is I get multiple sandwiches, multiple entrees, and because I want them in my. If I ever want something to eat, and if I don't have it in the fridge, I'm anxious.
So that's where the kind of the sweaty palms and the itchiness comes. If you don't have any food when you get back to LA, because
I'm not driving back while I'm in the car back, I will be ordering food.
So it's there.
So it arrives at the door. So when I get home, whenever I want it, I have it.
That's like me with weed. I like to have weed. I like to know that I have it. My mom lives in Denver where it's legal.
Shout out to Denver, but Denver,
Colorado. I make sure I have. I buy weed. I was just there for Christmas. I will go to the
dispensary. Is weed not legal here?
It is, but they don't have it in dispensaries. It's been decriminalized, and I think technically it's legal, but
it's hard to get.
Yeah, New York is so corrupt. You don't know. So I will make sure I buy weed at the dispensary, like I was just home for Christmas, and leave some in the freezer so that when I come home, let's say I visit her for her birthday this summer, my mom, I will have weed at her house, so when I get to her house, I can just fucking roll something up and have, I don't have to go to even though the dispensary is down the street.
Yeah.
I just like having it there.
And if you don't have it, you're like, I'm
like, let me borrow your car.
You smoke every day, yeah?
Yeah.
Same with my dad. My dad is high every single day.
Yeah.
Multiple times a day. Do you worry about smoking so much? Do you ever try and do more edibles?
I miss cigarettes. I quit cigarettes 10 years too, and I think that's the thing I miss more than anything.
Does a joint offer you that?
Yes.
Right.
So like if I take a hit of a joint.
Are you high now?
No, I didn't get high for this.
Do you have a joint on you? Do you want to smoke?
I didn't bring any weed. I am starting, now that I'm almost 40.
Happy birthday. Or
it's coming up. It's like 6 months away. We got time.
Are you June 18th, right?
June 24th.
Yeah, I knew it was within 6 days. It was either the 18th or the 30th. I knew 6 days.
You knew you were going to get it some way. But I have noticed now that I'm closer to 40 that I need to scale back my weed
because
it's making me a burnout. I'm like forgetting a lot of shit. I've been smoking weed every day since I was 15, and I'm really starting to see like words, names, phrases, shit's just gone that I used to be able to reach back and pull out.
And you think it's the weed?
Oh, it's 100% the weed. Or a brain tumor, which...
Are you saying you do or don't want?
I'm saying if it is a brain tumor, get ready for some benefits with a lot of your favorite comedians on it for money to go to my mom.
Well, if it's like on your pituitary gland, that's kind of a common thing that people could. And you're tall, so
yeah.
Tony Robbins, I think, isn't that a thing that he's so big because he had a tumor on his pituitary and it was pushing and it secreted extra HGH and made him grow?
Is that what happened? Like Andre the Giant? Is that what happened to him?
Perhaps.
Maybe.
So, I mean, you're tall. How tall are you? 6'3"? No.
Yeah, I'm only 6'3".
I would have said 6'4". I wouldn't think it was that far
I
off.
let
My
you
no
down.
was.
I hate to let you know. So with food, do you ever have a moment where you get, because when I used to drink, if I knew I was like going to the bar to drink, I was so happy to everyone around me.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the end of It's a Wonderful Life. Like I was just nice to everybody where I was like, we're going to go, everything's all right. We're going to go get hammered. I was just so excited to like go get drunk.
Right.
That I was nice to everybody on the way there.
Yeah. It's dopamine.
Yeah.
You're
you doing
filled.
that with when you have a cake in the fridge at home and like, let's say your mom calls you, are you like extra nice to her on the phone because you know it's almost tiramisu time?
It's hard. I get what you're saying. I could answer that differently. It's hard to troubleshoot that because I get in silly, fun moods a lot.
Okay.
It's not just that.
That's fine.
What I notice, it's when the food arrives. It's when the food arrives because I'm not all day thinking I got tiramisu in the fridge.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is I got tiramisu in the fridge. I'm doing my thing, and then I'm like if I had it now, I was thinking, fucking got tiramisu in the fridge, dude.
Yeah.
You know, and now
Yeah.
I'm lit up and now I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
When the food comes, like food is delivered and I'm pulling out all the things and I'm just like all the sauces and all the different meals and I could take like I could have half of this sandwich, I could get the meatball sub here, I have these sauces and I know that I can have all these tastes now and I can eat whatever I want now.
Yeah.
And then I have more and it's just and also I also say sometimes like cuz like I'm ordering a lot of stuff I'm like, Rick, you could order again. What's going to be open? When am I going to want it? It's not going to be open. Like, you know, you figure that.
You really
kind of
plan
stuff
it out.
Yeah. And also what I'll do is when I'm eating, I eat myself into pain, not just like, ugh, I'm full. I mean, sometimes when I'm high, I love getting high. I'm able to not get high all the time.
Okay.
I would be getting high a lot more if it weren't for the food issue.
So you get high and then you eat until, it's like that old Louis joke where he says, you don't eat until you're full. You eat until you hate yourself.
I don't know that joke.
Oh yeah, it's from Shameless.
But it does remind me of something an ex of mine said to me because I don't go to bed until I have to because doesn't matter why.
Yeah.
But she said, you don't go to bed when you're tired. You go to bed when you're exhausted. Like I go to bed because I have to.
Yeah, your body's shutting down.
Yeah, not because it's like, you know, get your circadian rhythm in a healthy, nice place. I just want to stay up and eat and watch and do.
Okay.
I will eat to the point of it hurts so much. It hurts so much. And when I'm eating, I'm so full and because I'm uncomfortable, I'll take another bite because that 4 seconds of pleasure. I notice I do that also when foods are spicy. You ever eaten something spicy and it's so spicy, you need something so you take another bite so you could change the palate just for a second and then it's worse and worse.
Yeah.
Logically, I know this isn't the right thing, but what I do is I eat bags and bags of dried mangoes, big bags of dried mangoes. I love them.
Yeah.
I love mangoes, but what am I going to cut them?
Yeah.
I'm editing. So I take out the mango and I go like this and I leave it in the kitchen at first. So I take a certain amount so it's portioned.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't want to keep getting up. So I'll bring it here. But every time I take some out, I take a lot out so I don't have to keep going. I take a lot out, I put it on my lap and then I'll zip the bag because it's done.
Because that's for you finishing, but you still have.
And then there's so much compromising with whatever. Who cares? I eat like this. It's fine. I'll finish the bag. Just don't open another bag. And I'm just constantly. And when I'm high, it's whatever I have in the house will be eaten.
You'll go through everything.
I'll go everything. So when I order 2 sandwiches and the side and maybe like an appetizer, because in case I get hungry later, I can have a bite or, you know, I'll have it for lunch tomorrow. I always compromise with, I'll have a meal later. I'll eat all of it.
Were you ever heavy as a kid?
No.
You just can eat and eat and eat. Do you know that disease that people have?
I know that there's a thing called people having like worms.
No, there's like a disease that people have where their parents have to literally lock the refrigerator. Like they have to put chains and a lock on their refrigerator.
No,
it was on one of like a Donahue years ago, or like one of those, like a Ricky Lake, where there's these kids that have a disease that makes them. They don't have like their brain doesn't know.
I know what you're talking about, right? They don't know the signals that go from the brain to belly and back. The thing is, I'm not 24 hours a day eating.
You just when you do it, you do.
Yeah, so it's not like it's not like I'm just putting everything in my mouth. Like I haven't eaten today, which is also a problem. I know because my blood sugar gets low when I whatever.
Okay.
When I'm podcasting, you forget. But like I will many times not eat until dinner. So it's kind of like,
and then you just load up,
man.
Which
Sometimes
funny
3 entrees.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can put food away.
Yeah.
See, I don't.
But I have.
I don't
stomach
eat a
issues.
lot. What are your issues?
I haven't pooped since last time I was in New York and I tried to podcast with you. I don't know where it fucking goes, dude.
That's impossible.
Well, I do poop. Also, I noticed something the other day, actually, and it's funny because I've been thinking like I don't poop the way I want to. I want to wake up, I want everything out, and let's have a day.
Yeah.
That doesn't always...
You're not regular.
No. I take a lot of... I take magnesium oxide now. Shout out to Mag07, and that helps, but that's like a colon cleanser that I take nightly.
Yeah. I mean, I was constipated for the first time in my life, really constipated last year, and I would tell you it is a walking hell.
Mm-hmm.
It is a walking hell. It was the feeling I had to shit, and I was doing shows in Rochester, and I remember that Saturday... Rochester, comedy at the Carlson. I remember that Saturday being like... Please. I put a suppository in my ass. Ooh. Still couldn't shit.
Cut to a clip.
Just slowly. But it took me...
Imagine you had it.
Yeah. Just a very in-depth of me in Rochester going, here I am in Rochester. Yeah. But it was so...
Thursday through Saturday.
Oh, guys, 2 more shows tonight. There's some tickets left.
By the way, hilarious promo to be doing that kind of shit.
Oh, my God. Putting a suppository in your ass. And
or just doing something very intimate while you're talking about how many shows are left.
Guys, and the breaths that change where you go, also go to danceshooter.com if you're in the Buffalo area. But it was, I remember being like, please, like begging to God, like, please let me shit. And I talked to my doctor. My doctor was like, you're constipated. This is normal. Drink a lot of Miralax. Drink a lot of and he's like, when you relax, your body will shit. And then I got home from my weekend at Rochester and I was just dumping spoonfuls of Miralax into water and drinking it. And I was watching TV and I took a shit that I was like, this is heaven. Mm-hmm. Like it dropped out of me and I just started... I wanted to like kiss the dirt the way Kevin Costner does in Robin Hood. I was just like, just the way it fell out of me. Yeah, sure. That's me just kissing my bathroom floor.
We put in. It'll be a picture in picture.
Yeah.
Just of Robin Hood kissing the dirt.
I mean, I was just like, it fell out of me, and I was like, this is what I was waiting for.
I could give a great analogy for people that have never been constipated, so you know what it feels like, and it's much lower stakes.
Sure.
Your fingers feel like you just want to crack the knuckle, and it's not, and then you get, and it just pops, and that's just like, I just needed that.
Can I give another one?
Yeah.
If you don't mind. I know it's your show.
No, I fucking love when people come and do this stuff.
When your ear is clogged, and you're trying to unclog your ears, and then it finally goes, and you're like, that like drop in where you're like, that's how it felt. So for you just don't have consistent shits.
No, well, here's something that I need to recalibrate with because I know what it's like to have one of those.
Yeah.
And I think I'm always wanting that. Like the other day I took a shit and I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
But the shit was out of the water.
That's insane.
The shit was out of the water.
You
but it didn't feel like, there's still got to be so much more in there.
I think the older you get, the less those
I felt
happen.
this way since...
Really?
Since Tuesday, yeah, since almost a week now. So what were you saying?
So you have...
No, I felt this way since my 20s.
Since your 20s, you just felt like...
Even as a kid, I was always late for school because I always had stomach aches.
Do you have like acid reflux?
Not really.
Because you eat a lot.
Yeah, not really. I'm finding ways of controlling it. For example, I've been really working on limiting sugar and fried foods.
Okay.
And shockingly, and this has been like for a year and a half now, maybe even more, I am limiting gluten and how much that has helped me.
Really?
Yeah. Not with necessarily stomach, maybe, but like I have joint pains.
Yeah.
And like I always have this issue on my back, my neck here, my levator scapula.
Okay.
And I would get massages and physical therapy and all these things. And I got off gluten, like completely, not even cheated, for a month, and it went away. And I've noticed now I limit my gluten. And I notice sometimes when it starts acting up, I'm like, you know what? I had Mediterranean and I ate a couple of the pitas.
Really? Just a couple of pitas will do it?
Sometimes.
Because I love bread. I love it so much.
I didn't know how much, because I always knew people love bread.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, bread's great. But then when you try and not eat it all the time, I crave it.
Oh my God. Like a great Italian loaf, just that you could just like tear open.
I feel like that's what Italian people refer to as their shit.
They go, I got a good Italian loaf, buddy. There was a girl I knew that had a gluten allergy. But she had a gluten allergy and she told